everywhere that actually is really, really cold today, despite the fact it's dry, thank heaven. But I'm sure shortly you'll be getting a bit of a ray of sunshine from our presentation this morning, which I think we all need. Just while you're joining, normal little housekeeping note, please, if possible, tap your screen and mute your microphone. You should get a red line going through it to indicate, and that will make it much, much easier for Brad when he's doing his presentation in a moment. So welcome. So today's presentation this morning is from EasyJet Holidays. It's exciting for us because EasyJet Holidays is very new, as we're going to hear about this morning. EasyJet is not. EasyJet Holidays certainly is. And for us as a business, particularly because it's Bristol, it's incredibly exciting news for us. And they do offer a fantastic range of holidays. And I think at the end of this half hour, 40 minutes that you're going to get from Brad, you will be excited about the types of holidays you can do with EasyJet. So as usual, if you haven't heard this from me before, please tap the screen, put any question into the chat about EasyJet Holidays. We're keen to get any kind of feedback on anything you see in the presentation, anything that's not mentioned in the presentation. Ask away, because these sessions are totally run for you, nobody else. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to Brad. Brad is relatively new, like everybody is, to EasyJet Holidays, because it's a new proposition, but he does know everything about it. So without further ado, Brad, over to you.
Thanks, Miles. Morning, everybody. My name's Brad Bennett, as Miles very kindly introduced me. Pleasure to be with you guys this morning on what is today, the 7th of April, a very chilly one. I'm in Sussex at the moment and woke up with thick frost. My wife took the kids to the playground and I was very happy with my warm cup of tea preparing for this presentation. I'm going to take you through the next 20 to 30 minutes, introduce you to EasyJet Holidays. Many of you will know the orange and white, of course, the airline. And talk about our offering, what's new with EasyJet Holidays. Even though we're a new company, we're still developing, still evolving, and then some very specific exclusive offers we've put together for you guys. So firstly, I thought I'll start off with this image. Like the title says, simpler times. We've all been through what many can describe as a hellish 12 months, 13 months, and I know for sure I'm looking forward to getting back to days like this, simpler times, whether it's a sunset, sitting with something cold or bubbly in your hand, or a sunrise. You can still sit with something cold or bubbly in your hand. No one's going to judge, but enjoying what life is about, good holidays, sunshine and relaxation. And that's what we try to provide at EasyJet Holidays. We all know holidays are lifetime memories, whether it's a family holiday, whether it's a couple's holiday, whether it's a quick city break. It's about getting away from the hustle and bustle and enjoying that. And that's what we've all missed over the last 12 to 14 months. And we no doubt it's coming back soon. So a little bit about us, an overview. So I'm sure you all know the airline, been around 25 years, like Miles said. Our destination network is our destination network, Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, with obviously the core of what we offer is in Europe. So EasyJet Holidays was established in November 19, although the airline is 25 years old. Our head office is in Luton, and we saw a massive gap in the market for a holidays company offering package holidays to destinations across the EasyJet network, but not only that, but at really competitive, well-priced holidays. So we offer hundreds and hundreds of destinations, whether it's beach or cities, and then I'll touch on our new edition, which is Lakes Holidays, which we've introduced recently as well. Excuse me. So we feature most UK airports around the country. Today, we're going to be focusing obviously on Bristol. Also, just so for those of you that are happy to travel to Gatwick, we offer 114 destinations from Gatwick and 67 from Bristol. So a wide choice. And you'll see from that list on the screen, after Gatwick, Bristol is our next biggest sort of destination, number of destinations across the UK. So it's a strong base for us, and it's a base that we're really excited about, and we're looking at expanding as we come out of this. So more specifically on Bristol, currently we offer for summer 21 162 flights per week. So as we all know, we're not allowed to travel until the government lifts the advice, which is currently set at the 17th of May, fingers crossed. As we look forward into summer 21, July, August, September are really busy months, and demand is picking up, and there's 162 flights a week. For winter 21-22, that goes slightly down to 106 flights per week from Bristol, and combined that gives a capacity of 4 million seats. So it's a strong offering out of Bristol, and I'll touch on the types of holidays and what we feature from the area. I wanted to start with a quick 40-second video that gives you a synopsis on our offering and what we feature. So let's have a look at this. The sound, I think we're having a few challenges earlier, so you're probably sitting there in silence, which is not a bad thing. So I'll let you the next 20 seconds just watching this. So I think the key thing there to point out is, as we've all seen over the last 12 months, flexibility is absolutely key. And I'll touch on more what we offer from a flexibility perspective with the EasyJet holidays later on. We offer a vast array of choices. So in terms of accommodation, 6,000 in total, predominantly beach, so just shy of 4,000 accommodation choices for beach, 2,200 for city, and we've just added the Italian lakes as well, which I will chat a bit more about in detail later. It's key for us, though, that we ensure the type of holiday we offer is quality. So 99% of our holidays are 4-star plus on TripAdvisor. If there's one or two that slip below that, we take a full review and look at why that is, and work with the hotel to ensure that is lifted. The thing that makes us different to our competitors is, yes, we're a package holiday provider, but we're not stuck and rigid. So we don't just offer 7, 10 or 14 night durations. If there's a flight, you can book a holiday. So whether it's 2 nights, 7 nights, 11 nights, or 42 nights, that is available to you. So what that means is, across all the holidays, across all the flights, on any given day, there's 130 million packages on our site to review. And that really gives you flexibility above and beyond many of our competitors. So what makes us, what do you get with an EasyJet holiday? So aside from the perfect holiday, it's key to point out, so obviously your holiday includes flights, naturally your hotel, transfer. So on our beach holidays, we include all transfers on our include holidays on our transfers on our beach holidays, and you get 1 hold bag per person on the booking as well. The flexibility of flights, like I mentioned, if there's a flight, you can go, doesn't matter how long the duration is. And protection, I mean, that is so important nowadays, as we know, ATOL protected, so your holidays are fully protected. And in terms of the hold luggage, it's 23 kilograms per person. That's per adult and per child. So a child gets a full 23 kilograms as well. So our holidays, we sort of simply break them up into 5 different categories. This helps you and Miles Morgan sort of choose the right holidays for yourselves. Family friendly, adult only, undiscovered, luxury, and then finally boutique. And I'll touch on each of these in the next few minutes to give you an idea of what we mean by those. So family friendly, firstly, whether it's multi-generational, whether it's a family holiday, we have a wide array of family options to choose from. Currently for summer 22, we are offering free child places on our holidays. So it's not, that's a limited time only. So make sure you capitalize on that option available. And these hotels or resorts, perfect for families, plenty to keep the kids entertained. and there comes a free crocodile in the pool as well, just to terrify the children. So so lots to do from a family holiday perspective. This is more up my in my territory, even though I've got 2 young kids, planning to leave them with the grandparents in the not too distant future. Adult only, great for couples, those looking to get away without the little ones. And again, a wide choice of resorts up and down our network, really, whether it's Spain, Turkey, Greece, or other destinations. Great choices from an adult-only luxury perspective. Undiscovered, so this for us means hidden gems that will give you a real flavor for local life. So these may be resorts and areas within destinations that really aren't on sort of every tour operator's brochure. So something different, something unique for you to look for. Luxury, and I wanted to sort of touch on this in a little bit more detail. So everybody talks about luxury. Everybody sort of says they do luxury. You wouldn't naturally sort of look towards luxury with the orange and white branding. EasyJet's, traditionally known as budget. However, yes, we have the budget in terms of the flights. We well priced. We have a preferential rate to the airline because of we're owned by the airline essentially. However, we have great access to a vast array of luxury resorts across our network, which gives you a great competitive edge, really. So as a comparison, if we look at our competitors out of Bristol, so Jet2 Holidays and TUI, in Spain as a country as a whole, they offer just over 80 what they deem luxury resorts in that destination. EasyJet Holidays, we're at 110. So we have a bigger luxury offering than our competitors out of Bristol, and at a much better price advantage as well. So overall, on a 75 to 80% of the time, we're cheaper than our competitors. And that's because of our tie-up with the airline and how we price and offer our holidays. So you will find our holidays are extremely cost effective, even if looking in the luxury sector. And then finally, boutique, cute, quirky, full of charm, mainly in the city destinations, you'll find our boutique offering. So whether it's a holiday to Rome for a long weekend, or Budapest, or Prague, you'll find a wide offering from a boutique perspective. So our holiday experience for you in resort. Now, we are a digital model. We are different to our competitors. We pride ourselves in being a modern holiday company, having only recently launched. Being there for our customers when they really need us is important, but otherwise allowing you to get on and enjoy your holiday. So in our beach destinations, we work with destination management companies, or DMCs, to deliver some aspects of our experience. So we're not a company that offer reps in resorts, so you won't have someone coming up to try and sell you excursions every day to sort of maximize profits. Like I say, we digitally led, we let you enjoy your holiday, but we are very much there when you need us. So for example, airport meet and greet. So for those customers who have booked a shared or private transfer as part of the package, you will have someone obviously meeting you at the airport and showing you to your shared or private transfer. Incident and crisis, you have face-to-face support if necessary, and then on-call trained specialist team. So we've just trained a full team of 25 people who would deploy to resorts in time of crisis. So that would be a natural disaster, that would be an unfortunate event in resort. So yes, we don't have reps in resort, but we deploy, if it's a crisis or an incident, you would have someone on the ground from EasyJet Holidays within a matter of hours, and that interim period being supported by our DMC companies. Of course, whilst on holiday, you have 24-hour holiday support. So we have a team based in Luton that would offer phone support, including flight disruption, which is sent via SMS text notifications, and then departure and pickup information. So instead of your rep meeting in the lobby 24 hours before departure to tell you what time you will be departing, you will receive a text message or an email to confirm your departure time or your transfer. So digitally led, and slightly different to our competitors. So it's all about customer experience, and working with Miles Morgan Travel. It's important that, you know, we identify what's right for you, for your holiday. So we've introduced what we call Orange Zest. Zest, enthusiasm, eagerness, energy, interest. It's often how customers and we all feel when we go on holiday. It's a zest for life. And like I said earlier, taking us back to that picture of the beach, it's about a new adventure, looking for somewhere new away from it all. So we keep this front of mind when we deliver an outstanding experience, by doing what matters. So we care. So from working with Miles Morgan Travel to identify the perfect holiday for yourselves, you know, Miles Morgan are the experts. They've been doing this a long, long time, and you as their customers, you trust their advice. Share the knowledge along with Miles Morgan Travel. You know, we and them are the experts. It's about sharing knowledge and identifying the holiday that's right for you. Solve it and see it through. You want to know that we'll do everything we can to help you when you need it. And as per the previous slide, you're not on your own. We are there to support you in times of need and in incident and crisis, and then shape for the future. It's our jobs to create brilliant holiday experiences every step of the way, keep improving, and make sure actions, you know, make a big difference. So feedback is important, and we'd love to hear from you on your return. So I mentioned earlier, it's all about flexibility. These are challenging times for everybody. I want to assure you now, when booking your EasyJet holiday with Miles Morgan Travel, you are protected. That's a promise. So what do I mean by that? A refund guarantee. If we cancel your holiday, whether it's a flight that's cancelled or due to COVID situations, you will get a full refund within 14 days. More time to decide, it gives you flexibility. Full balances are only due much closer to departure than in previous months and years. Freedom to change with Miles Morgan Travel, a simple £25 flat fee to change your holiday. So you can change the destination, you can change the date, you can change the duration, you can change names on the booking right up until 28 days before you travel. And then a simple low £60 per person deposit. But also what's important to note is our COVID commitments. So with everything changing, and we've heard about these traffic light systems that the government is looking to introduce, you don't need to be concerned. So when you're booking an EasyJet holidays, we're committed to closely monitoring the situation with travel rules. So if we cancel a holiday, you'll get a full refund. Of course, that goes without saying. But also, where at the point of departure, there's a known routine quarantine requirements in destination, we'll offer you the option to cancel and get a full refund. And if we know before you travel that restrictions at home here in the UK are likely to impact your ability to go on holiday or require quarantine on return, we'll give you the option to cancel at short-term notice, even if the FCDO advice still permits travel. So we really committed to offering flexibility, making sure that you are confident that you can book a holiday, and even with COVID in the background, you have that protection. And that is in conjunction with booking with Miles Morgan Travel as well. So really important to note. So we are currently on sale right up until the end of October 2022. So that's beach and city holidays. So whether it's a winter break, Iceland has been performing exceptionally well in winter. So November, December, January, February, that's selling extremely well in the moment and really well priced. You can go for 3 nights for under £200 per person to Iceland. Whether it's a summer 22 holiday with thousands of free child places available, or a summer 22 city break, all on sale at the moment and bookable with the team at Miles Morgan. So just to finish up the next few slides, we've recently, a couple of weeks ago, launched Italian lakes. So 3 lakes that we have holidays available to. So Lake Garda is available from London Gatwick, and that's flying into Verona. Lake Como and Maggiore is with Milan MXP, and that's from Bristol, offerings from Bristol as well as Gatwick. And then into Milan from Gatwick. So the thing to note with our Italian lakes offering, it's for summer 22, summer 21 and summer 22. At the moment, we include private transfers, so bear that in mind. Down the line, our Italian lakes offering will offer shared shuttle transfers, but due to COVID and requirements in destination at the moment, it's private transfers only. So some offers for you to consider. So I've got some summer 21 and winter 21 offers, and then some summer 22 offers as well. So looking at summer 21, out of Bristol, you've got Mallorca for 7 nights half board for £500 per person. You've got Turkey, a great deal, all-inclusive plus at a well-known Paloma Grida, which is a 5-star hotel, and that's a £660 per person. If you're looking for a bit of winter sun, we have Egypt, Hurghada, 7 nights all-inclusive 4-star for a marvelous £360 per person, and that's traveling in November. And then, like I said, Iceland, this is 3 nights in a 4-star hotel. And this is the Foss Hotel right in the center, and that's £371 per person. If you're willing to go down a notch, down to 3-star, you can bring the price down even further. So some great prices there available from Bristol. And then summer 22, which is selling exceptionally well at the moment. And the one thing I would say, and maybe we can talk about in the Q&A, is prices won't get cheaper. Demand, once travel is opened, will outstrip supply. So if you're looking at booking a summer 22 holiday, it's best to book early because prices will not get cheaper. So we have here Turkey, 7 nights all-inclusive in May from £385 per person for 5-star all-inclusive plus. I mean, I've just noticed that price now and I'm very tempted to book that myself. That is a great price and a well-known hotel. Greece, Rhodes, 7 nights all-inclusive for under £400, 4-star. Mallorca, under £400, half board for 7 nights. And then finally, Tenerife, great destination all round. 7 nights, all inclusive at a fantastic family resort, the Bahia Principe Fantasia. 5 nights, 7 nights, all inclusive for £685 per person. So lots on offer there. I believe these offers will be shared with you. I think they've gone out on email already, so you will have access to them. Prices change quickly, so don't miss out. And that's pretty much it from me. So thank you very much. Stay safe. Thank you for your time. And of course, we'll open up to any questions, if any.
Thank you, Brad. There are some questions. Let me have a look what we've got. Solo travelers, Brad. Anything particular for single travelers?
In respect of offers or
yeah, in terms of pricing primarily.
Yeah, so yes, yeah, we haven't included any offers on this, but we can absolutely share some. So we try as much as possible not penalize solo travelers. We are very much tied by the hotel to a certain degree, but we are working to develop that sort of offering more and more to try offer holidays for solo travels with no single supplement. A work in progress at the moment, but we can share some offers if that's useful for you guys. Yeah.
Okay. People, if they don't have a mobile phone that takes SMS messages, how do you connect with people then?
Slightly challenging in that respect. It's also email, so the transfer times will be sent by email as well. So it's important to have your email in there. But it would be worthwhile, if that is the case, ensuring a note is made on the booking, so we are aware that you don't have a mobile, and it would need to be by email that information is shared.
Okay. This is this kind of joint question, I guess. Somebody's asked about pricing. Is it cheaper to book with EasyJet Holidays on EasyJet Holidays website or via Miles Morgan Travel? I think the answer on that one is, I guess, we work together in terms of pricing. Miles Morgan Travel prices will not be beaten. So if the price therefore online is cheaper, you will always find us match that price.
Absolutely. Yeah, the options there for Miles Morgan to match it. And that's, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it's important to remember Miles Morgan Travel are local. You can literally turn up in town and talk to them. That's ever more important as we move out of the situation, COVID, getting the right advice, making sure that you have someone local who has their ear to the ground. And if I know Miles, as I do, he very much has his ear to the ground and his teams will have the most up-to-date information. So So yeah, Miles, nail on the head there. Really, it's you guys do have the option. We work closely to match, but I think it's important to have someone local that you can talk to as well.
Nobody's asked this in the chat, but I'm going to ask it because I think it's probably the question that was on everybody's lips. What do we think is going to be announced by the government's task force this week? When do you think EasyJet holidays will be available to take flight from Bristol? Obviously, the earliest date the government have given is the 17th of May. Do you think it's realistic that you might be offering holidays then?
I think it's a great question. I think we are very much preparing for that 17th of May date, but in the same breath, it's a fine line, really. We have, as an airline, hundreds of aircraft sitting on the ground, and we need to manage that accordingly, really. So I think we've seen through May and June a bit of thinning, so a bit of looking at routes, looking at and taking flights and certain routes out to try maximize a pretty dire situation that we've had over the last 12 months. So if we look at demand and what's booking, sort of we are preparing for May, but the demand seems to be July, August onwards, really, that we're seeing that pick up. So it's a hard question to answer. I think what we're going to see from the government is, of course, we've heard this traffic light system. We probably won't know the destinations for a while because a lot can change in 6 weeks. But from our perspective, yes, we're preparing for the 17th of May, but we have to remain agile and nimble should that be moved on a little bit. So hence the reason we're seeing that demand build slightly later than 17th of May. Yeah.
So if this is Brad Bennett advising our customers on this Zoom to book what he believes is the best chance of a summer getaway, obviously there's no guarantees in this world, we all know that. What types of destinations might people look to book for this summer? Because obviously you've got the flexibility guarantee built in, which is brilliant. So even if somebody books something, it doesn't happen, they've still got the flexibility. But fundamentally, people book to go. So what destinations would you steer people in the direction of as good chance to happen?
Yeah, I think Greece is a great one to consider. I think what we're seeing in Greece is because it's so spread out, because it's all the islands really, and what we hope is the government will identify it as islands as instead of a bulk, a whole country. But Greece is a great one to consider. We have seen great uptake there. Another one is Croatia. Great demand for Croatia, and so those are two destinations. Personally, I would say are good to look at. We are for summer 22. If you are looking further out, a massive demand for Turkey. It's through the roof, really, and obviously great offering from Bristol. But Dalaman and Antalya are huge demand for Turkey at the moment. But in terms of summer 21, I think Greece is a good shout at the moment. I don't know what your thoughts are, Miles.
Well, I think that one of the other reasons why I'm pointed in that direction, I think, for Greece is because the tourism minister said that everybody working in the tourism industry would be vaccinated prior to the start of the summer season. And I think looking at what the task force will announce, I think one of the things they will talk about will be how many people are vaccinated in the destination. And therefore, I think it will put Greece in a strong position to be one of the first out the blocks, if you like. So,
exactly. Yeah, 100% agree.
One of the things you mentioned, which is probably my favorite topic, which is worth talking about, is prices. You are the salesman here at the end of the day, but I've got to be honest and back you up. I do believe that summer 22 is going to be the most expensive year to book a late holiday that we've had in many a year, because the demand is so strong, and I think there is confidence to book 22, isn't there? Is that how you're seeing things?
Yeah, literally. So we launched summer 22 in February, 23rd of February, I think it was. We were to some degree late to the party because our competitors had launched it already. But we held back for a number of reasons. Number one is the government hadn't quite given enough sort of confidence at that stage. But anyway, when we launched, it went through the roof, if I'm honest, and it hasn't stopped. Summer 22 is selling like hotcakes. Particular months we've seen in demand, so May and June are two particular months for summer 22 that have performed exceptionally well. And as it's gone on, we've seen August pick up significantly as well. So yeah, absolutely. We have to bear in mind that we and our competitors, we don't fly Boeing 747s out of these airports. You know, it's Airbus A319s or A320s, and there's a set number of seats on those aircraft. So the longer you hold out, the more those seats, you know, those fares are going to go up. So yes, the hotels may offer, may have some offers in the place, but fundamentally, the airline seats are not going to get cheaper because that demand will outstrip supply. Yeah.
And obviously, the way it's done these days, it's all done by computer pricing and based on demand, isn't it? So as soon as the computer sees demand for a date or a destination, the price goes up automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a matrix basically. So yeah, it's exactly that. So and we do have the ability to add more seats in if that allows, which our trading team are doing all the time. But when you've got 180 seats on an aircraft, once it's maximized, it's maximized really. So yeah. Yeah.
And you know, one comment I will add to that Brad won't talk about, but I will, is that obviously, you know, EasyJet have shareholders. They've lost an absolute packet, as you can well imagine, over the last few years. So EasyJet as a business undoubtedly will be looking to make money in 22, serious money, to try and get back their losses. So I think because of that, I think they will price quite high to get money and profit back in, as will the likes of Ryanair, the likes of TUI, all of these guys. So because of that, that's another reason why I'm seeing prices are going to be quite high for 22, because these holiday companies are going to have to try and get their money back. It's as simple as that, because they have lost so much over the last 12 months, basically.
Yeah, and I think the great thing is with the low deposit of £60 per person, you know, it's not a massive commitment up front. So you've got your holiday booked, you know you've got it at a good price, and you haven't had to pay a 20-30% deposit really to cover the flights. You've simply paid a low deposit, so it gives you that security.
Yeah. One question's coming in the group. Peter, the answer to your question about can you contact EasyJet Holidays direct, you absolutely can. But when you've got a fantastic local travel agent like Mars Morgan Travel, you don't need to. And that's, if you like, is part of what we do, is take the hassle of trying to get hold of holiday companies away from you, sitting on the phone for hours trying to get through, or hoping for a reply to an email.
Just to add to that, I mean, and obviously this is nothing against my colleagues, but when you contact us directly, the call center is not in the UK for customer services. So I just stress the importance of having someone local that you can pick up the phone or walk in and see, hopefully soon, really, and talk to in person.
Controversial question, which I'll probably take this one. Do EasyJet oversell seats on flights? I've been in the game a long time. I think it's a known thing to be done with the bigger scheduled airlines, the likes of British Airways. They oversell by a percentage, expecting the cancellation. My experience, and equally having worked, you know, for the UK's largest holiday company, which I did, that wasn't a practice that anybody in this short haul arena does. So no, they don't oversell seats.
I agree. Yeah, 100% agree.
It's a different kind of thing. Final question I'm going to ask you. Awful lot of routes going from Bristol. Can we have Brad Bennett's hot tip on which plane he would be hopping on, where would he be going, and a few reasons why he'd be going there?
Yeah, so on the 17th of May at 6:05 in the morning, I would be hopping on the Bristol Antalya flight. I think for me, you know, Turkey offers great value for money in terms of if you go 5-star Turkey, good value for money, you know, good weather. And if you like a bit of dine around, you can go all inclusive, plus gives you that flexibility and an option really to dine around and enjoy the most from a food and beverage perspective. So that would be my choice really for the 17th of May.
Yeah, I think Turkey used to be renowned for its awful accommodation, and I think that was because it didn't have much. But of course, now they've built all these amazing brand new hotels.
Yeah,
the offering is so different. It's fantastic, isn't it? The range that they've got.
Yeah, it's come a long way, I think, and it's a great. If you haven't been before, it's well worth considering.
Yeah, you see, what you didn't know was Mr. Morgan has booked his 22 holiday. Because I want to get in before the prices rise. Where have I booked to go? I am heading off to Kalkan in Turkey.
There you go. Spoken like a pro.
Yeah, because it's a destination I've been for a conference or two, but my family haven't been. So everybody's keen because they've heard me rave about it. So everybody's keen to go, and and give Turkey a try. It's great value for money as well.
It is extremely,
as you said. Well, I don't see any of the questions in the group. So, Brad, can I just say thank you very much? Oh, hang on. Top tips for adults only, Sandra would like to know. So adults only accommodation, any top tips on that?
Ibiza, I think, you got the White Island, you got the Palladiums in Ibiza, worth considering. That would be a great one for adults only to consider.
There's quite a few in Turkey as well, isn't there, adults only?
There are. Yeah, there are actually. Yeah, definitely. So
I think it's one of those things that's relatively new, adults only. Everybody used to think about summer holidays being for families with kids.
Yeah.
So loads of stuff was put on for kids, but now increasingly that adult only hotels is becoming incredibly popular.
Yeah, and there's a few in other countries as well. So what's the one that slips out my mind? In Greece, so a few Santorini, some great options in Santorini, which are adults only as well. Yeah.
I was disappointed then. Somebody actually entered the room behind you, and I was hoping we were going to have one of those moments like that BBC chat when somebody came in and shouted. That would have been as we're recording this. That would have been classic Zoom, Brad. So I'm a bit disappointed there.
It's my wonderful wife to bring me some lunch. An early lunch.
That could have been a classic. God, I've got a great question. Let me just have a look. Do you fly direct? So do you go direct to Corsica, Sardinia, Sicily, or Santorini?
From Bristol?
Yes. Corsica, Sardinia, Sicily, or Santorini?
Off the top of my head, I can't recall, but let me have a quick, if you fill the gap for a second, Miles, I'll let you know.
In terms of pricing, Valentina, I don't know where your local shop is, but if you give them a ring, they can give you what the pricing would be for 10 days, without a doubt. We do all of those destinations, obviously. If EasyJet do them, it will be all the better.
Yeah. Here we go.
Cracking destinations as well, all of those.
Yes, I'm just opening it up for you. I wasn't going to bore you earlier with everywhere we flew.
Route by route.
Yeah.
If I could pick a favourite out of those, which to be fair would be very, very difficult, it would probably be Santorini. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the one we fly to actually. Direct Santorini JTR. There we go.
What I would say is quite early for your lunch, I have to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. So no, nothing for summer 21 at the moment, but I think that's something that's going to be introduced for summer 22. So fingers crossed, and we'll absolutely keep you posted.
Yeah, and if you contact the shop, we can update you on pricing and stuff for that as well.
Yeah.
So Brad, thank you very, very much for your time this morning. I will endorse EasyJet. For me, has always been, when it was just the low-cost airline, was a preference for me always, and I've no doubt that your holidays will be just as spectacular as your flight. So thank you very much for your time this morning. Thank you everybody for joining.
Yeah.
If you want any further information on EasyJet holidays, then obviously contact your local shop. They can give you all the details, even particularly those ones from Brad, those specials that he gave you, some of which were brilliant prices. Contact us. We can give you all the full details of those as well. So thank you, everybody, for joining, and have a great day.
Have a good week. Thanks, everybody. Bye.